2020 GSL SuperTournament Season 1.
Oh, guys, I just had a sandwich. I just stored some more calories that I'm going to burn casting SOS versus Rogue.
All right. I mean, I'm excited for this because I love these players, but I feel like it's going to look like the match we just saw.
Yeah, you might be right.
Where, as much as I love SOS, and as good as he's looking recently, like he did well at Katowice, but Rogue's the champ. You know, this is a former world champ, two-time IM Katowice champ, GSL champ, Super Tournament champ, IM champ. Like,
what are you talking about, Artosis? SOS has got this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
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 Woo! No, I mean, it's fun casting SOS's games because he's so good, but you're basically right. I mean, it's hard to imagine him winning here.
Against Rogue?
Against Rogue, of all people.
Rogue is like, Rogue and Dark are the two best Zergs in Korea, okay? And like, two of the top 3 Zergs in the world, really.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see what he's got.
Artosis, it's been so long since we casted that when I wolfed down that sandwich on our break, my jaw muscles were tired.
Oh my god.
Because I haven't been wolfing down sandwiches in 5-minute breaks for that long.
Damn. Well, I'm so glad you're back and you can wolf down sandwiches in 5-minute breaks now.
I got to get my caster jaw ready. I got to get it stronger. I got to start training my jaw to eat food fast. Okay, so, man, I hope this doesn't go 3-0, but it's hard to imagine Rogue losing. He's so strong. He's so robust.
Yeah.
He's been so dominant everywhere.
Well, I mean, SOS knows how he plays. Smart guy.
He's very good at planning for best of 5s.
It's very funny. We had Parting, Patience, and SOS right in a row.
Yeah.
We're
getting all the eccentric Protosses out of the way here.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Do you think he'll take maps?
I think he might take a game. I just don't think he's going to take the series.
Yeah. I think he'll have some better stuff prepared than Patience, probably.
Is there any chance we
have
a
smirk on his face?
It's because he's thinking of the dirty builds he's going to use.
Yeah.
He's like, well, that won't make any sense when he sees it.
Yeah. Can't wait. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Our game is loading up. It's good to be back here at the GSL. We're going to close out tonight with SOS versus Rogue in a best of 5.
Game start.
Roar. In the top left, he is
Jin Air Green Wings, SOS.
in the bottom right, he is
Jin Air Green Wings, Rogue.
Okay.
ready the E-games, Artosis.
Oh, the E-games have already been going, Tasteless. You're late on readying them.
Good.
They were ready before you even got here today.
Artosis, when they talk about E-gamers, or E-gaming, I guess we should say.
Yeah. They're talking about you. You're the CEO of E-gaming.
I'm the CEO of E-gaming.
Yeah.
And these guys, they're not pro gamers. They're G gamers now.
G gamers?
Yeah.
Gaming gamers?
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh! No forge being made, though. This is an attempt to spook Rogue.
Well, consider him partially spooked. He sends two drones.
He's like, I guess this is what all the Protoss players do in the first best of 5. And now he's going to go back. SOS so far, pretty ordinary route for builds here.
Yeah. Just to mention, he did go core before Nexus. So a little change. That's fine.
And there's the third hatchery now for Rogue. Everything pretty par for the course in this matchup. So we wait. We wait and see what tech is going to be brought here. Generally speaking, PVZ The Protoss is trying to dismantle the Zerg some way before the Zerg can get out of control. So we see a lot of different types of timing attacks, a lot of different types of pushes. And it's up to the Zerg to basically identify what's coming and try to stop it. And so the Zerg is oftentimes in this balancing act of trying to have enough drones out to where the economy can be fueled correctly, but still has enough defending units until it's the point where the Zerg needs to actually make their real army to try to attack.
Yeah.
Which is usually to thwart the push.
Quite a quick Twilight coming down right now.
Yep.
Let's see where he wants to go with this. Again, glaive builds are popular right now.
Good control here by Rogue, does not lose any drones. And ultimately, that's basically an Adept that just took a little bit of extra damage. He's going to merge it up with two. Two obviously much better than one, since they can one-shot drones.
Looks like it's going to be an Archon drop, I think.
I think you're right.
DT-based one. He hasn't really taken any probes off the gas in his main, so I think that's how it's going to go down. We'll see in a second here. Yeah, here it goes.
Again, these Adepts will try to poke in here. But for now, Rogue is having a pretty easy time just pushing away any aggression.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to do too much with the Adepts as of yet. Those gates up, everything looking pretty normal on both sides here.
So we wait for this War Prism to come out, start to push. I mean, I guess it makes sense to go for an Archon drop. It's always it's pretty easy to do more damage than the cost of the drop itself.
Yeah, and I mean, you can always poke with the DTs first. It's pretty normal nowadays to poke with those DTs first.
Is there any benefit to just immediately making the Archon? Just like because you can start to do the damage a little bit more quickly, or?
I mean, it used to be more common to just make the Archon and go, Archons and go, but nowadays it's like everyone tries to skimp on everything, so I think you should poke with the DTs.
Yeah,
and the
I guess if you
DTs one-shot a bunch of
win.
stuff, like even if Lings come up and surround them, you kill 4 Lings, then pick them up and make the Archons, like whatever. You know?
Good point.
It's not that bad.
Okay, here we go. Now the Adepts are coming down as well as these 3 DTs. Is there anything to defend?
Yeah, he actually does not have the Spore here as of yet. So see, this is the type of reason why you really do want to just send in the DTs first.
Yeah, look at this. He takes
just catch him being a little bit greedy, and suddenly, you know, his layer's not done yet.
Do you dive on the hatch? What's the...
Well, I think eliminating the Spores is a great move. And 3 DTs can generally kill a hatch before you can get the Overseer out, really.
Yeah, well, he's not targeting, though.
Well, he's trying to zone the Queens back a little bit.
Okay, here comes
he's afraid
Spore.
of this occurring. Right, if the Queens can push the Prism back, oh my god, he's going to get it. Look at that. Beautifully done, beautifully done.
This is amazing. I mean, this is the best you could possibly ask for from SOS.
And look at this, immediately.
Nidus, by the way.
Yeah, immediately he's throwing down that Nidus. So you can tell Rogue definitely feels like he's behind. He's got to do something big.
Okay, the push starts to happen now into the main. Now keep in mind, these Lings are ideally going to be used to counterattack eventually, but first they have to hold off this attack here from SOS.
Dude, this is... SOS is doing serious work.
That's what I love about this guy. He just knows how to win. Now, hold on, though. I would imagine that with SOS's Star Sense, he knows, okay, there's probably a Nidus coming, right? I don't think...
He might.
I don't think Rogue's...
He might.
I don't think he's
well,
thinking
the
Rogue
Immortal
is like,
leaves, so maybe not.
Oh, man, he's going to be out of position.
Well, he's taking his 3rd, so he might just be sitting in a posture to check out this. Things are coming.
Oh!
And now the Nidus is going to start.
Okay. And with these units over here boxed in this kind of weird wall.
And his attention is probably more towards his Prism and his 3rd. He has no idea about the Nidus.
Yeah, I don't think he actually saw it.
Oh, man. Well,
it's out. Here we go.
This is holdable, though.
Can he recall the Archons and War Prism back?
I feel like he should.
He's coming back with his army. This is pretty far out. This is a lot of workers that could be killed off here.
Not that much damage is happening as of yet. Well, he lost 8 workers. That is significant.
That's a bit, man.
It's a bit.
More damage happening over here. He's going to get that pylon, take that out, and then he escapes right when the army's finally reassembled to try to defend.
Does not have any way to get rid of that creep tumor, so you actually can't just pop another one up there.
And so this is Rogue punching back, but I will say I think what SOS did was already a little bit more impressive. Another Nidus comes in here.
Well, you should be able to get rid of that one.
Yeah, this is more of a positional play to keep Protoss from actually expanding out on the map, and instead...
Well, if I know anything about Rogue, I know he'll throw down 27 of those in one game.
Yeah. And now the Warp Prism comes in. Doing actually quite a bit of damage to that Warp Prism. Going to make it pretty difficult to pick these back up.
Oh, he loses one, but keeps the Prism alive.
Yeah.
I think that was about as good as he could have done there.
Meanwhile, Zealot's attacking this third base. No drones mining at this right now as SOS tries to push back again. But a Nidus is about to pop up for the third time here in the main.
Well, if he sends his units through, it's a full-on base trade. Few Hydras are out. That is not enough to stop the army that SOS has, though.
I think we might see Rogue actually just die here, man.
Yeah, it looks that way. That's for sure. Okay, he pops the Queens back out to help.
One DT taking out that Nidus, but ultimately Rogue has to stop this attack. He cannot. GG, SOS takes game 1.
All right. Very nicely done by SOS.
Should never have doubted him, Artosis.
Well, I think Rogue was reading into maybe a Glaives build. The way that SOS was playing did kind of look like it, right? They look very similar. He did not have a Spore at that third base, and when he lost that hatchery, obviously you were so far behind.
Well, he had one making, yeah, it wasn't there in time.
Yeah. Well, he started it when he saw the DTs.
Yeah.
Like, he had a Spore, I think, at the other two bases.
Yeah.
He had at least one Spore, I know. But this is where you catch them, you know? This is why you poke with those DTs.
Okay, let's go to game 2. SOS has started the upset. Can he keep it going, though? Purity and Industry will be our second map.
Excellent.
I expect to have, similar ideas coming out of SOS. How does he just stop Rogue before Rogue gets out of control and is too big to be taken on?
Well, yeah, he doesn't excel in that type of game.
All right, here's game 2.
Game start.
One little thing I want to point out. Actually, let me intro the players first. Sorry, I'm rusty. Top center, he is
Jin Air Green Wings, SOS.
And the center right, in the red, he is
Jin Air Green Wings, Rogue.
So what I was going to say before I had to intro the players is that something we've seen before from SOS in best of 5s is this bluffs with pylons and cannon rushes, and then occasionally actually incorporating a real one. This is an option he always leaves open. So like what we saw in game 1, right, was he faked a cannon rush, threw a pylon down, just to, create that idea, right? And then, of course, he doesn't go through with it. But we've seen him do this in series where maybe in game 3 or 4, he'll do an actual cannon rush.
And sometimes he never does. It's actually a very interesting concept. He invests in his image more regularly than anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost, you can think about it like in poker, right?
Yeah.
Where like you're kind of investing over time in yourself in a lot of ways. And he does that where it's like, maybe in this series, he'll fake cannon rush twice and not do any cannon rushes, and then you look at it and you're like, well, your opponent didn't overreact either time, so you're actually slowing yourself down a little bit. But it's because he always does this, and people know that it has an effect.
Yeah. It's very difficult to play against somebody who has that, who has a little mini mind game every time where, if every time it looks like he's faking a cannon rush, suddenly the real cannon rush becomes really scary, right? And so, I mean, it's not happening in this game, but I want to just put that out here as this best of 5 continues on, where we might see one game where a forge is thrown down and he suddenly does activate a real cannon rush, and Rogue may be caught off guard.
Right. So, nothing weird happening. Stargate on the way.
I don't think we're going to have another DT rush again, or anything of that sort, for a little while. Instead, with the Stargate play. And it seems like this is a good move to just have on this map. Close proximity to the mains and stuff.
Yeah.
Create some pressure. Keep the Zerg somewhat honest. So now the Zerg...
I feel like maps like this, where you have like all these bubulas in the middle, slowing everything. I feel like when I look at it, it's like I'm looking at a map of Earth. Because you look at a map of Earth and like everything is off a little bit because of the curvature of the Earth, so you can't really represent it on a
Greenland is actually not that big.
Yeah. But it feels like that is the case here, because it's like, that looks like it's close, but actually because of the speed reduction, you can actually think of it more like a globe, where it's like, well, it's actually not as close as it looks right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Everywhere else is exactly as close as it looks, but right there, no.
So Phoenix is going to be the first unit made out of that. And it looks like he wants to clean up the Overlords on this side of the map before he decides to use that to scout. What about on the other side over here for Rogue? I mean, Zergs also can do a lot of timing attacks. I always, if I think of Rogue in my mind's eye, I mean, I usually remember him as the player who just always had such impeccable macro and really showed how elastic late game Zerg can be, but there's no reason why Rogue also can't do his own timings or all-ins.
I feel like the timings that Rogue does, oh my god, I love this man. I love him.
He's making it weird.
This is amazing.
Beacon started here with a second starport, or Stargate, excuse me.
Here is the question.
Yep.
Void Rays or Carriers or Tempest?
I think Tempest.
You think Tempest?
What do you think? Void Rays? I think Tempest would just be amazing here. They could just sit. You could basically pelt the main. Let's see. I'm open to anything.
I'm down with whatever, but I want the Void Rays. All right. Anyways, yeah. As far as timings go, like, I feel like we see Dark and Sue do lots of aggressive timing-oriented attacks with Roaches, Ravagers, that type of thing. You'll see it from Rogue, sure. Oh, Carriers, wow. Sick.
Whoa, this is so weird.
Yeah.
Hold on, is he going to scout this?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But I feel like when Rogue does it, it's generally Nidus-based. He doesn't as often just make a bunch of units and walk across the map. He likes to just appear across the map.
Right.
Okay, he sees that Carriers are on the way. So that's a big find.
I want to see what the immediate response here is from Rogue.
So hold on. Carrier interceptors would be slowed in Bubulas, right? So it's actually kind of slowing their attack rate.
I think.
Whereas lasers don't get slowed. That's messed up, man.
Huh.
Right?
I think you're right.
I think I'm right. I don't know.
This is just sort of a weird...
I haven't seen
it's gonna be one of our weirder
fight
casts.
right here yet.
Yeah.
But
So he sends the first one out. I don't know if he would have pocketed more of them had there been... had this not been scouted so fast.
Yeah, I think he probably would have. Look at this. My God. I wonder if those Bubulas make you tired if you're on that ship.
Okay, so he comes out over here.
That is a lot of Banelings.
Oh, dude. Oh, immediately cancels because it was spotted.
Oh, that is funny. Good thing he scouted that.
Yeah, no kidding. So it's one Carrier and a Phoenix.
He's got this.
What am I seeing here?
One Carrier and a Phoenix. You said it.
Now there's two.
Spire on the way. So he's got some time where it's just Queens and Spores.
This kind of reminds me of when people were getting battle cruisers really quick. You know, against Zerg, the same thing. You're like, okay, so there's just one giant ship hitting stuff. I didn't think Pro StarCraft would look like this, but here we are.
No, and it doesn't look like this, only very rarely.
Okay, so one Carrier almost depleted of shields. He's trying to target down the Queens, but Transfuse is working out nicely. Spores come down, and, you know, with these low numbers of interceptors, sometimes you can just take the interceptors on directly, and the Carriers become giant paperweights.
I think they're doing all right so far.
He did bleed out a lot of Queen energy just transfusing there.
You know, I wonder about this strategy, because he's getting Glaives. I've never seen Glaive Carrier.
Yeah, well,
they don't seem like units that help each other.
You know, sometimes, this is, I guess, more of a StarCraft 1 thing, but you get enough Carriers that when they're trying to defend against that, you then get a proper ground army that you punish them with.
Yeah.
And maybe he's hopeful that there's going to be so much emphasis on anti-air that suddenly Adepts come in here and just destroy the ground.
Oh, don't lose that Carrier. Yeah, I think you're right. I think, like, once the Corruptors come out, maybe that's the play, is your opponent made a bunch of Corruptors, you already drained a bunch of the transfusion energy.
Yeah.
Shade in. But with Baneling's speed on the way, it doesn't seem like that can do much.
Every game today, PvZ, it's like a handful of links come in here and start killing probes. Okay, here we go. The Adepts are coming in. This is such a cool strategy. Is it going to work, though? Queens are transfusing, but there's not much energy left.
No, there's not. And the Corruptors are coming out, so, like, the carriers might end up going down, but these Adepts doing the work. Oh, my God, they're just killing us so much.
Okay, the Corruptors are now going to close in here and start to kill the carriers off, so it's going to be up to the Adepts here to shoulder the rest of the damage.
I feel like from here you just have to make Blink, right?
Blink?
Yeah, because the Corruptors can actually just fly across the map and kill everything now.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, they could actually go in there and destroy the Nexus.
So either the Adepts win you the game right this second, or you probably have to go Blink, I think.
I think he's got too many drones, man. It's like all the Adepts are just...
This was a cool idea.
Yeah. It didn't work out, but I appreciate
Yeah,
it. And look here, he's going to annihilate this Nexus.
Oh, my God.
Man, okay, so I think, look, guys, the real winner of today's Super Tournament was SOS for even trying this.
No,
you know, like this is why this guy is such a genius.
Yeah.
But I think Rogue handled it very well.
He's killing a lot of drones now. This is maybe not over.
Yeah, actually, now it's down to 39 workers. A little while ago, it was much higher, but
Corruptors can't really do anything at this point.
Well,
and there is the Blink upgrade.
Oh, ouch. Okay, so SOS has a slight worker lead. The 4 bases here of Rogue, some of them are not mining.
The Corruptor is going to go back. They want more blood. The ultimate building killing unit.
Yeah.
Here. So funny.
It's a funny byproduct of this unit combination is when the Zerg organically has to respond, then they get the ability to just destroy structures for free.
That was a good change to the Corruptor. The Corruptor was such a stupid unit if there wasn't anything for it to do.
Yeah.
And now you always kind of have something for it to do.
Yeah, you can actually be active with it.
Yeah. I like that aspect of it quite a bit.
Okay, so now he's scouting and trying to figure out what kind of unit composition is coming his way.
I like that he's sending the carriers so far away from everything because, like, he knows as soon as Rogue sees them, they're dead, right?
He's just going to try to kill the hatchery for free?
Well, I think he just sits them somewhere, and then he'll notice when the Corruptors are really out of position, or maybe they overextend or something like that. And then he can just go ahead and attack with them. See?
Okay, so he knows the Corruptors are there. Meanwhile, this push is coming out here. Now, I think he's going to be able to pick off this hatchery close to 6 o'clock for free. Now, once again, the link counter attack. Oh, my God.
He
doesn't get in. Okay. Instead, he's going to dive in on the 3rd.
Well, there's at least some stuff there.
Is there actually anything to defend over here? I don't see much.
SOS is...
Oh,
boy.
A little bit of miscontrol there.
Okay.
Yeah, he takes out all of them but one. And now the hatch is going to go down. He can pounce on the 3rd over here. It's a very meager army, though, that he's pushing with.
This is such a weird game.
I think actually SOS is handling this brilliantly. He takes out the hatch.
Does he recall?
He's going to back up. I think he has to recall, dude.
Well, or just lose him.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Heals up with that shield battery.
Lots of Stalkers out right now.
Maybe he actually wants to now try to push with the carriers and the Stalkers together.
Maybe.
Stalkers can actually shoot down the Corruptors, right?
You know, we need Rogue right now to make a bunch of Banelings if he's going to have any chance, right?
Right.
Because this army he has is not looking too hot. Just Lings? Okay, he's making some Ravagers. Just a few Banelings. Not really enough, I think.
Yeah, this is quite a lot of Stalkers here. Lings are coming forward, but they're not Banes, just one Baneling there. Yeah, this is a pretty boxy area. It's going to be hard to avoid Ravager Biles.
You might want to think about taking down those destructible rocks, but that lets Lings and Banes actually connect with him a little bit better.
Okay, great response here by SOS.
Oh, he should be healing that Nexus right now.
Yeah, he needs to. Meanwhile, another attack over here. The Bile does connect. Saves the Nexus. You know, the problem is it doesn't seem quite like SOS is able to get in there and do more than quite enough damage. I guess, though, keeping the Zerg on 3 bases is enough, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he's on 3 bases, too.
Yeah.
And
if they both stay on 3 bases long enough, SOS should win.
I think so.
Oh, not the best control. He force fields after they're running away.
Yeah, it's a little bit off there. But you know, playing around those smoke screens can be really tough. Whatever those are, those pollution pumps.
Pollution pumps?
Just like pump pollution into the air. This purity must be taken over by industry. That's the story of the map, Tasis.
Yeah. I'm glad I got the lore on that.
Yeah. just so you know.
I think he's going to try to slip in here with these carriers again.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. This is great. Just carriers sniping things and then recalling. This guy's brain is seriously bigger than his head. I don't know where he keeps it.
Yeah, he's so smart.
Does he carry like a big backpack?
Or he keeps some of his brain in there?
He connects to most of his brain via Bluetooth?
He actually has a tail, and part of his brain's in his tail.
He's like a stegosaurus or whatever.
Or brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
Now, he's going to try to push in here. This Ravager amount is ridiculous, though. I mean, with this many Ravagers, you can make a wall of vials that they just can't ever push through.
I like that he's getting the Dark Shrine, though. Like, DTs could be slightly useful here, but I like the idea of just adding in some Archons as well to soak up some Baneling hits.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
We got to see if he actually gets the gold base there, because that could have been denied by those carriers, but I think SOS is so preoccupied just trying to push in here, he missed it. Because right now, the only base that Rogue can have is this one that we're looking at right here.
I think he's losing the carriers to the Corruptors now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not the quickest fight, is it?
I loved his usage of the carriers, though, right? He used the carriers to set up the Adept attack, and then, then he made a couple more, and just... I love that type of harassment style that he was trying to use with them.
Okay, he's got 60 Ds coming. Is there any detection over here? Okay, there's spores now coming up. Almost like a gate of spores here. And that means these DTs, he even sees them, so he knows what's up. Wonder if he should make those into Archons now.
I feel like Archons would be very good here, because the Banelings are a problem. Yeah, there you go. So he's going to push him forward with him. That is a lot of Ravagers.
Okay, he's pushing up now. Nice blink back.
But he walks right back into it.
Yeah, actually, this number of Ravagers is starting to get pretty small here.
Yeah, he's
starting to really plow through.
Well.
There's almost nowhere to even micro these Ravagers. SOS wins game 2 as well.
Oh my God.
What is happening?
The moment that I doubt SOS.
Bow down to your new god, Babylon.
This guy, he is an endless fountain of creativity.
He's so smart. Like Mr. Big Brain.
Dude, everyone's like, pro gamers generally just kind of talk about very specific, sharp, timing-oriented things, like how do I squeeze out these adepts at this time or whatever, you know, that type of thing. Like, when do I need to make my Roachhorn to survive? Meanwhile, SOS is like, yeah, I make 4 carriers to line up an adept attack.
I mean, yeah.
And then I go mass blink stalkers while harassing with 2 carriers that get recalled.
So
like, what?
Crazy.
You do what, SOS? I'm like, listen, stop writing your stupid ideas on the forums, SOS, because you're a newbie. Oh, wait, no, you're a 2-time world champion.
I'm sorry,
who just made it work.
Yeah, you're one of the greatest players of all time. I'm sorry. I thought you were just, yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, SOS.
Zen. That's what Rogue needs right now, because SOS is slowly squeaking through and might cause the big upset of the day. Game 3's ready. Let's go.
Game start.
Here's the scariest part. There's an S on this map. It's for his ID.
Oh, no.
Jin Air Green Wings. SOS.
And it does kind of look like a $sign.
Yeah. SOS's brain is so wrinkly.
SOS, no, his brain is actually very smooth.
Jin Air Green Wings.
Well, it looks smooth to us in our stupid 3-dimensional eyes.
Yeah.
But his brain is, it has a whole nother dimension, so it's like infinite, basically, to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to keep SOS's brain long after he's gone. We need to freeze it. We need to hook it
up
to a machine.
What makes you think he'll ever be gone?
Oh, that's a good point.
You think he hasn't thought ahead to that?
He's probably going to transplant his brain into a robot and continue to win GSLs for all time.
I think he's a robot that transplanted his brain into a human.
Ooh, you're good.
He was the first creative robot.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe SOS is so far 2-0 against Rogue.
With crazy strats, man. That last one.
Right now, man.
I am just over the moon about that
was
strategy.
just such a delight to cast. You know what SOS is right now? He's a magician. And Rogue is the participant he picked out of the audience.
Yeah.
And basically, he's like making quarters disappear, and Rogue can't find him, and he's also roasting him. And Rogue came to the Magic show with his girlfriend, but he's not going to get laid now because he looks beta in front of the magician. That's what's happening here.
Get wrecked, Rogue.
Yeah, it's crazy.
SOS. He just...
Rogue's going to get in a fight with his girlfriend later on tonight.
That's
like, how could you let him treat you like that? He's like, I don't know, it's a magic show. What do you want me to not go up there?
Would you go up in a magic show?
Yeah, man, I love magic.
Magic's cool, but like, would you go up in a magic show?
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, if he
they,
calls
like,
on me, if he calls, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not going up there.
No. If he wants someone to raise their hand, would you raise your hand to go up?
Yeah, I'd do it.
You would?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even if I ended up.
Have you watched Magic for Humans yet?
I don't even know what that is. Is
It's
that
on
a show?
Netflix. Please watch it.
Is it good?
It's amazing.
Magic shows are one of the things that still give me warm fuzzies. When someone's gonna show me a magic trick,
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, he's going to do that.
Here we
for
go.
you.
Yeah. He's like, is this your dollar, Rogue? And he's like, yeah. How did you do that? Oh my God. You just cut it up in front
Are
of me.
these your drones, Rogue?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
So, what exactly does SOS have in store?
Catching drones, doing some damage here and there.
But there's going to be more than that, Artie.
Does there have to be? It's going up to 3 gates right now.
Okay.
But
By the
nothing
way,
else?
the crazy
Is
thing
he
too is
just going to 3 gates? Oh, okay. I think it's going to be just 3-gate light adept pressure. Sometimes people misread that and overcorrect or something against it.
okay. Adepts are going to come in again. Twilight Council coming here. All right, he gets a modest amount of drones, not a huge deal there.
He's doing all right.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine.
He's
It's
like
you know what? It's
slowing
weird.
a
I
little
almost
bit.
like don't believe when I'm seeing it how well SOS is playing. Well, you better believe it. But magic isn't real, Artosis. He's just
Magic
tricking
is
us
real.
somehow.
Kidding me?
It is.
Yeah. Don't you know anything, Tasus? Of course magic's real. What? Why do you think there's like wizards?
That's right.
What
Magic
you
is
think they just wear those
Artosis-
robes for no reason?
Magnets, you can't explain that, okay? That's magic.
Dude, magnets, yeah.
Yeah, how do they work? Nobody knows.
Oh, polarization. Get out of here. It's
Yeah,
magic.
Scientist. Okay, so it's going to be glaives.
Okay. So it's just like steady 3-gate production into glaives. It's very weird. It's very like timings I'm not really used to seeing.
Yeah, he's also been very masterful at getting the adepts out.
I like this.
Sometimes players are hemorrhaging
Yeah,
too
yeah.
many adepts where it's kind of
That's
it's a toss-up who's actually winning at that point in time. They're-
Yeah.
Okay, 22 lings coming. Glaive's about halfway done. The Roach Warren has started.
He is wrecking this evolution chamber.
Yeah, look at that. Get owned, Evolution Chamber. Oh, never mind. It finishes. Now, when the glaives are done, the timing will be set up. I actually love the fact that he put that Evolution Chamber there, seriously.
Yeah.
It's like you just can't get through.
Well, he's gonna get through.
It's not even like he's upgrading that. Okay, here we go.
Not an issue.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way in hell he's going to let that finish.
Ah, Ling's in the probe line again.
I know. This has been a theme of today. He didn't kill that many probes, though. Not bad.
Oh, he can't finish that shade.
Okay, he's going to try to kill these queens.
Yeah.
Good transfuse. And now this forces the drones to move. Really good surface area here.
Dude, yeah, he's doing all right. He's going to let that one finish, I think. Yeah. Starting to get that done.
Okay, and now he's managed to juke over to this side. It's up to Rogue. Again, guys, Rogue, if he loses this game, he's out.
Yeah, that would be wild. Hit just off of his fresh victory.
I know, it's so weird. This happens sometimes, though, in StarCraft, where like somebody comes out as a champion and then gets owned in the next tournament.
Yeah. Well, he didn't actually end up getting that many drones, but there weren't that many drones to get.
Yeah, well, it's 42 probes to 36 drones right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't like there was, you know, some 50 drone count that Rogue managed to maintain. He's actually just been very much investing in trying to have enough to defend here.
And honestly, like, while Rogue's army straight up might be slightly better right now, a second Robo's on the way, which means there's just going to be a huge amount of Immortals to counter these Roaches with.
Dude, SOS
really
such
feels
a
like an
genius.
SOS victory.
Yeah, he's so smart. Honestly, man, SOS has always been my favorite player to cast. Because I always get pleasantly surprised by his games. And even if it doesn't work.
Well, don't say always pleasantly surprised, because, like, the thing is, when he does pleasantly surprise, it's amazing. Like
Yeah.
today. And then in some tournaments, he just, like, bombs so hard nothing he does works, and he just dies, and we're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
that is true. That is true.
And this is not that day, luckily. Because he is looking awesome. The thing is, Dark is watching this, right?
Yeah. The thing is, I don't even know what if you watch this and you know how to prepare after this, right? You know, like, oh, I guess I'll...
Well, he'll probably have all new builds next week.
Yeah, exactly. You can't really... It goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where he'll always incorporate faking cannon rushes in all best of fives.
Yeah.
There's a pylon made and then canceled.
Yeah.
Where it's like, don't forget, I could be partying.
Yeah.
Okay?
I can kill you with buildings, don't forget that.
Don't forget about that.
Buildings, units, whatever.
Yeah. And unlike most things in StarCraft, where the more you know about your opponent and their abilities to pull off strategies, the more it helps you, with SOS it actually hurts you.
Historically, pros have answered that he is the hardest pro to play against.
Yeah, we're seeing why. Was it play against or prep against?
Play against.
Play against?
Yeah. There's 4 Immortals. There's only 21 roaches across the map right now.
So interesting.
I think this push is going to end it, man.
I think he might have it, and I can tell you, man, Rogue is going to be so salty.
Well, they have to ride home together in the same bus.
Oh,
same
man.
van.
Yeah, well, don't let them sit next to each other. Okay, so the first Adept shades in to try to do a little bit of scouting. Okay, there's a Ling drop happening over here. It's got to go into the main, but this attack is about to start. Both players trying to get their armies in the right formations.
The longest Ling drop in the world.
I know. Okay, he backs up.
All right, let's see what he gets done with this Ling drop. Only a single unit being warped in. Ooh. Ooh. One unit's not to take on 5-6 units.
Ew. Okay, so SOS was pushed back.
Yeah, backs up for now.
But the War Prism can be used to harass here.
Oh my god, I never thought of that.
What do you know?
Okay, so Infestation Pit's coming down for Rogue. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes into Swarm Host Nidus from here. He loves Swarm Host Nidus.
Yeah, I think that's... Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I think he nailed it, Artosis.
Well, it's Rogue, so it's not hard to do. I'm not a magician. Not like SOS is.
No.
I'm a phony. I wear wizard robes, and I'm not even a wizard.
You're like one of those magicians that cheats. Where you're just like, you have your own TV show, but you know, you don't...
I steal people's
edit
magic tricks?
Yeah, you steal their magic tricks. I don't know. I've got nothing, Artosis. I'm going to go home. SOS is going to try to push out again. Now, when the Protoss is pushing out like this, then the Nidus worm can actually cause real disruptions. The Protoss' army is not that fast when it comes to moving. Now, in some ways, having this drop overlord move around, you're not initially thinking of Nidus networks, right? You're looking at this and saying, oh, he's trying to slow down my push.
Another depth drop, picking off just a few drones. He sees exactly where that army is as well.
He's going to try to come through the top. Easy denial.
Yeah.
The Zealot like ran through the hatch.
Went right towards the drone.
Yep.
He did a swan dive into the hatchery.
Cancels the warp-in. Rogue is pretty aggressively pushing this back. We have Burrow coming here as well. That's going to be really handy when the Niduses start to come up into the main. He could start to burrow armies.
Burrow movement as well. That's super cool.
I'm getting a little bit worried here for SOS.
I got to say, I feel like SOS is staying so aggressive, and that's why we haven't seen any Storm Hosts made yet.
Yeah. He's really keeping the pressure on.
Yeah.
Small counterattack here with these roaches. Immediately answered by warp-ins of his own. Here comes. It's time.
Oh, man. Okay, so SOS actually walked home. I feel like this is the worst thing that could happen for SOS right now.
Yeah.
He walked home to deal with that, and now the Nidus is going to get up, and Rogue will just keep throwing Niduses down.
Yeah, and this is going to permanently pin him onto the side of the map. It takes it out, no problem.
Yeah, where's the next one now?
Yeah, it's going to come up somewhere. There's a whole art to trying to predict where their Niduses are going to come.
There aren't any Swarm Hosts, though, so it's not as dangerous, right?
No.
You can't make it like outside of that pocket expansion.
Yeah, no, the Roaches will be picked off. Even with Bro here, the Zealots are still doing damage. Keep in mind, guys, that Rogue does not have a fourth. This is his fourth that's coming up.
That's a
if
very
that's
good
taken
point.
out, dude,
Yeah.
he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Sure, bro.
Okay, the Dark Shrine is finishing up. Swarm Hosts are on the way. So Rogue is finally getting into his finishing unit composition.
Okay.
The Swarm Hosts and the Nidus.
It's going to be up to SOS to endure. But SOS, I think there's a window where he can come in and actually poke out this hatch and go back and defend. And if he does that, this is a 3-base Zerg.
Well, he has DT tech, so he has like one get out of jail free card at cleaning things up in his base.
Oh, he's actually going to push in so hard. I think he wants to make him afraid to even try to go into the Nidus.
Yeah, totally.
This is a really smart move. But the first wave of Swarm Host is going to come in here, and he's forcing the Locusts over there. Instead, Roaches have to be part of this counterattack. But he's eating so many corrosive biles. Meanwhile, there's Zealots inside the main.
Yeah, do those biles really matter, though? He has so many Immortals left over here. 4 Archons, a group of Charge Lots as well.
My
Charge
God.
Lots absolutely everywhere.
Is he going to do it? He can actually get over here where the Nidus is now. Pretty easy to monitor if he's going to attack you further from there. A lot of biles are coming down right now. This army is getting softened up, but Immortals are the natural defense against Ravagers and Roaches.
Oh my God, getting so much done at the moment with those Zealots in the main base as well. The drone count falling so low, down to 26 drones.
Oh my God, Rogue is getting torn apart here. He's in shambles right now. The Swarm Hosts are coming back. More corrosive biles, though, connecting with those Immortals. One of the only ways that he can actually try to hold this attack off. These Zealots have not been stopped in the main, by the way.
Oh my God, he lost his whole army, though.
This is insane.
He's got nothing left as far as army goes. 9 Zealots, 2 Dark Templar.
He's trying to get a 4th base set up over there and towards the top of the map. 52 drones have been killed, Artosis.
Yeah, he did a lot, okay? He did do a lot. But I think the problem is there are 8 Swarm Hosts, and Rogue can kind of rebuild, right? You have to remake this army composition, which is very difficult. He lost so many expensive units. And now you can just harass with these.
So the Swarm Hosts are going to be set up remotely here to try to pelt. Looks like they're going to go for the Robo.
Absolutely. That is the right move. Because if your opponent can't remake that army, how are they to kill you? Felt like SOS was on the brink of killing him, but just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah.
Rogue did a great job of whittling down that army.
But what if SOS could do something to get over to this one hatch? I mean, it's a while. I mean, Rogue is still remaking drones, by the way.
Yeah, how many minerals does he really have left at these bases?
That's a good question. I'm actually not entirely sure. The main, I believe, is almost mined out. But really, it's going to be up to his 4th base. Protoss as well, though. I mean, he's been on these 3 bases for a long time, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's getting Psystorm. I mean, it's never bad. But these Swarm Hosts are just going to continually gain value.
You know, there's not a lot of great tech over in the main. Oh, he's not going to the main, excuse me. He's going to go down here. What do? You just dive on the Nexus, I guess?
You can dive anywhere. Just continually gaining value here is so powerful. Oh, he goes for the Robo.
All right,
Makes
looks like
sense.
he's going to be able to get one Immortal.
That's
no!
brutal.
I thought it was going to pop out in time. It didn't. Rogue is fighting for his life right now, but I gotta say, I think, you know, even though what SOS did, again, was brilliant this game, it seems like once he got through the entire strategy, it seems like Rogue is still finding his footing.
Yeah.
He's still able to do something.
Well, SOS, it felt like he was on the brink of killing Rogue for several minutes, truly. And Rogue he held on. He got into the right types of units, the Swarm Host. He got into the Nidus. He started to get that harassment done and whittled the army down when SOS pulled the trigger. And then, you know, what are they left over with? The value-gaining units of Rogue, and then SOS tried to rebuild his army.
Well, you know, the thing is, I don't know if SOS, when he roams, he can actually stop the Nidus play. You know, it's really hard.
It's very difficult.
The Nidus is actually one of the most powerful things in all of StarCraft. I mean, the ability to commute giant armies to a location that quickly is incredible.
Well,
okay,
he's
hold
catching
up.
several of them in a row, so that's really good.
1 DT. Oh, he backs up, excuse me.
SOS needs to make a move. Seems like he's going to lose that 4th base, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to last. There's a second Nidus coming up over here. Okay, you know, the army movement from SOS has not been that clean. It was actually, they were looping around that area there.
Well, it's hard right now, too.
Oh, man, if he sent that in there earlier, he could have killed so many drones. Okay, is he just going to let it cancel? Okay, last second cancel.
He's going to have to really rely on these Psy Storms.
Well, hold up, dude. If he pushes over here, it's going to be Rogue on 3 bases again.
That is true.
You know?
That's true.
And
that is a lot of Ravagers.
Yeah. Okay, great storms.
Yeah, he has so many storms saved up at this point. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess he's going to break this, right?
Well, hold on.
He has to run from the Locust, I would say.
Well, he's got a lot of Archons. He could
oh, he's going to lose High Templars, though. That's what you're targeting.
Yeah, definitely.
Loses 2 of them, 3 of them.
And now it's mostly just an Archon Immortal Stalker army.
He has 3 to 4 storms left over.
Okay, he's going to try to push it now.
Yeah, I think it's time.
This is a pretty insane arc by the Zerg, by the way.
Oh my god,
SOS
that Psy Storm just amazing.
Okay, he's actually pushing these Ravagers up into the corner. There's really nowhere for them to run. Oh my god, he's destroying all of them. It's just Swarm Hosts and 3 Roaches. He
Rogue
completely annihilated the
so
base.
strongly.
GG!
Not enough.
Oh my god.
SOS.
Look at Rogue. Well, don't look at Rogue. Look at SOS. We'll get a shot at Rogue in a second. Whoa.
Some genius play out of
Dude,
SOS.
he's so badass.
He is.
So crazy.
He's the coolest. I want a leather jacket just like his.
Dude, he's the cool kid. We can't even sit at his lunch table.
Oh, absolutely not.
He's the guy. You know, everybody wants to be the guy. He's the guy. He just beat Rogue with a carrier build in game 2, and he actually beat Rogue at his own game.
Yeah.
Rogue is so good at that Nidus play. I mean, that's really what he's built a lot of his, especially nowadays, his success on.
Well, you saw him almost come back with that.
Yeah.
So beautifully done. All right, so far today, we've had 3 Protoss and a Zerg advance. See how that goes down tomorrow. We do have 3 Terrans playing tomorrow, so hopefully someone can go through.
Quick reminder,
or
guys.
Not tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah. I was going to say. I know that normally we have Super Tournament is 4 days in a row. That's not the case here. It's going to be on Saturday, and it's not our normal time on Saturday, which is 1 p.m. It's going to be at 5 p.m. So mark that down.
Yes.
And we have some more great matches. Stats are tomorrow. Sue versus Innovation, Deer versus Cure, and Armani versus Solar.
All right. I am ready for that.
Okay, guys.
Those are some sick matches. Sue Innovation.
Yeah.
Stats Maru. Deer Cure even is amazing.
Yeah, that should be actually a pretty close match.
Yeah. And Armani's on the up and up. We'll see what he can do against Solar.
We need some up and up players.
Yeah. We have a few this year actually in Korea. It's quite exciting. Between Zaun and Armani. Obviously Ragnarok was already on the up and up last year, but still coming up. Oh, it's going to be a good year, I think.
We're back.
Finally.
6 months. Never
Since
again.
GSL, man.
Let's all vow to never again go for that long without us casting StarCraft.
Yeah. I think that we should have, like, just nonstop GSL from now on.
Please.
What do you think? As the president of e-gaming, can you ratify
the
that?
The CEO of e-gaming.
Oh, the CEO. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can approve of that.
All right. That's good.
We at e-gaming take this very seriously. 6 months of no StarCraft is not something we take lightly at e-gaming. Yeah. We want our G-gamers to be playing all the time.
I love G-gamers.
Well,
it's perfect.
Here's
Gaming
a funny
gamers.
thing about G-gamers is when you put 2 of them together, that's 2 Gs, and that's how it ends.
You're so good at all this branding stuff.
I know.
You are amazing.
So we're going to be back on Saturday. Again, it's not the normal time. If you were used to watching GSL in the past, this is not the normal time. 5 p.m. KST, the same time that we started today, we'll be starting on Saturday. And we have a lot of StarCraft 2 to do. I know we started very late, and that sucked, but we actually have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot we have to get through for this year. So this is just the beginning. And SOS won against Rogue with carriers.
That was awesome.
Let's go get carrier tattoos, Arctosis. Let's go do it.
Well, you get the carrier tattoos, and I'll get the adept tattoos.
Okay. I'll
But
get a carrier, one on each front part of my thigh, so when I wear my short shorts, I look so hot.
Yeah, and I'll just get adepts all over my body like they're hives or something. But then, like, when they color them in, I'm like, no, that's all right. The right color for glaives.
That's right.
These don't have an upgrade. Who would make this many adepts without an upgrade?
What crazy day. Are we allowed to close it out?
No.
Production said something, but I was too busy talking about SOS.
SOS
I
and
wanna
carrier
see-
tattoos.
Got to get him, bro. We missed you guys. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Stay inside. Play StarCraft. Go ladder. Watch StarCraft.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch
This is-
StarCraft tomorrow morning. The Pylon Show is going to
That's right. And there's a new episode of the Tasteless Podcast out. Get that wherever you get your podcasts. And I don't know. ASL's still going on, by the way. That's every
I don't know.
That's every Sunday and Tuesday. And that's over at the new studio that we have at Jamshil, which is super badass. It's huge.
It's cool. You guys are going to like it.
You guys are going to like it. And eventually, when we fought off the apocalypse, you'll be able to come to studios again and join us there. We love you. Take care, guys. We'll see you on Saturday, 5 p.m. KST.
1.